God bless Nigeria, my home, sweet home. God bless Nigeria, my home, sweet home. If you're one of those praying, wishing, or dreaming for Nigeria to fail, stop. Change that vision. It's not from God. Whenever you are in a country, you are in a society, you are in a nation, the Bible says pray for the peace of Jerusalem. That's instruction to the Jews. And for the rest, it's a prayer for the peace and prosperity of that land where the Lord has caused you to be carried away captive. You can start from, okay, this is a good place to start. Jeremiah 29 verse 7. Seek the peace of the city, whither I have caused you to be carried away captives. Pray to the Lord for it, for in the peace thereof is your own peace. Do you know the people that were given this instruction? Captives, captured from Jerusalem, Jews. Daniel was part of it. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego was part of it. Those four listening to that instruction. I'm sure there were thousands of other Jews who wanted Babylon to be destroyed. Because if somebody comes to your country and invade your country and take you as captive to his country, and you get to his country, beautiful capital city, but your country destroyed, you will be so angry that you want them also to be destroyed. I'm giving the illustration to help you to see that even if government is bad and things are not going on, you don't destroy your own homeland. Even if there's corruption, what you do is that you get a vision to rise up and be part of those that will rebuild. If your father is a drunkard, your mother is wayward, running around with men, you don't burn down your family house. It's your house you burn down. It's your house. Your father will come and go. That family line remains from generation to generation. Presidents come and go. Governors come and go. How long? 8 years. But the country stays. Hello? Now, what if I have a dream to have a different country? It doesn't mean you should destroy the one you are in. The Jews were there praying for the restoration of Jerusalem. They were really hoping that at some time will come, they will go back to rebuild Jerusalem. But God told them, where you are now will affect you. It will affect your peace. If you want to prosper, pray for that land. And guess the land he was talking about? Babylon. These people lived there for 70 years. He said, pray for the peace of that city, the peace of that nation, for in the peace thereof is your peace. How do you prosper when there is war and crisis? Even churches, how will you fellowship and gather when there is bomb exploding everywhere? You're angry with government, it doesn't mean you should burn down your infrastructure. You feel that certain people have disappointed you, it doesn't mean you should loot public property, because those public property are your property. The people in office will leave. Infrastructure stays. If you bring down a bridge, who passes through it? If you go put bomb and blow down and fly over, who drives through it? Is it the governor? If you burn a market, who are the people making a living from there? If it doesn't affect your mother, it will affect your cousin or somebody. You are not thinking straight and thinking correctly whenever you act like that. And guess what? The big man will enter his private jet and escape. If you set your country on fire, guess what? I've met a lot of these guys. Many of them have citizenship of other countries, some African countries, some foreign countries. Many have their families settled and they bought properties for them abroad. You set the place on fire, they just enter, rule, and leave. Guess who will die? You. Guess who escaped? Them. Powerful men instigate war, but it's ordinary people that fight in it and die in it. There's something about government some of you don't know. Maybe I should show you just a small example in the Bible. First Chronicles chapter 21. Satan was the one that stood up against Israel. The devil wants to destroy a nation, so he goes to leadership. He went to the number one man who had the power to make decisions. And David was a good man, or a good leader, but now under the influence of Satan, he made some unwise decisions. Satan now provoked David to number Israel. God told him not to do it. And so verse 2 now, and David said to Joab and to the rulers of the people. So government makes policies, the officials of government carry it out. Starting with Joab, that is the commander of the army. Go number Israel from Beersheba even to Dan and bring the number to me that I may know it. Okay, verse 3. And Joab answered. Joab resisted, but the man, because he's the one that has the power, overpowered him, and then he went ahead. Because the man was telling him, why do you want to cause a whole nation to trespass against God? The sins of leaders are not private when it comes to consequences. If you're a pilot, because you're a leader, you have passengers, and you decide to commit suicide on air, it's not only you that will die. But if one of those passengers on his own decide to commit suicide, only him will die. So when you are in a nation, don't pray against your own country. Because if your prayer comes to pass, you are the one that will die. Because you see, a nation is like an aircraft. But an aircraft, the biggest one, might carry about 600 and something passengers. But this aircraft might be carrying 200 million people, like Nigeria. Some 30 million. Some 60 million. Do you see the number of people whose lives are at risk? And then we elect one person as a pilot. So you are unhappy with the pilot, you shoot the aircraft. Guess who will die? And in some aircraft, there is an ejection system. Most of what we call passenger aircrafts don't have that. Military aircrafts do. You press the button, it ejects the pilot, so the plane will crash. The pilot is not part of it. Our politicians have immunity. And many of them have secured exit for themselves abroad to other nations. I know one, he has plans first in Europe and with one African, beautiful island in Africa. He has a house there. So you start, he will press the button and eject. And he is in his beautiful island cruising in Indian Ocean, and you are the one that will die. Whenever they press and eject, a parachute opens and carries them to safety. But the rest of the passengers will crash. until when our system is developed well enough to make these men accountable. Because if a captain of a ship piloting that ship and the ship starts sinking and you escape, they will arrest you and commercial you and put you to death or life imprisonment for ruining the lives of others and escape. That's why when a ship is sinking, the last person to leave is the captain. He must make sure they get every other person to safety, and they'll be using those smaller boats, rafters, and getting people away from, and he will be there. Every other person can be saved, and he drowned. They give him national honors. That's what Jesus did for us. He laid his life. But in Africa, our leaders have not learned servant leadership and sacrificial leadership. So right now, it's transactional. They will escape first and leave you to die. So be careful what you do with the ship you are sailing on. Be careful what you do with the aircraft you are flying in. These Jews that were told to pray for the peace of the country where they were living as captives, like Daniel and others, they have dreamed to have their own country, but it doesn't mean you should destroy the one for you where you're coming out. So whether you have a dream of a better country or you have a dream you are looking for Nigeria to restructure or to fragment, doesn't mean you should destroy your country. And when people like that see those of us that are into nation building, they wonder, what is wrong with this guy? Why is he singing God bless Nigeria and building the youths? Hey, let me tell you something. I don't just have a national vision. I have a Pan-African vision. And I have a global vision. So even if you divide and create another country and call Cross River a new country, you are still part of our vision. Jesus asked us to go to all the nations and make disciples. So we are not, you are part of the people that God died for. No matter the type of structure you belong to, it doesn't change anything. And human problems are still the same. That problem is the problem of the human heart. That you created a new structure hasn't made it heaven. If you don't change people, you have not changed the nation. So even if you decide to leave Nigeria, I will still be coming after you. Oh, can't you see what is going on? If you look at our calendar, we have national youth for West Africa, we have for East Africa. We will still come after you. And we have scheduled a major event for Africans in diaspora. We are coming after them in Canada. We are going to North America. We are going to Europe after you. Anywhere you like, escape to. We are coming after you there. So what is it? Well, so why are you angry that we are building? You want us to be part of destroying? No, we don't, because we know the consequences. Destruction is the easy one. Shooting down an aircraft. Manufacture one now. It's building that is a hard job. Destruction is easy. It's easy to take a laptop and smash it. Create one now. Nation building is not a child's play. And for those of you who are involved in fellowships or leading fellowships, you know the word fellowship means fellows in the same ship. You are in the same boat. Don't destroy the organization where you are sailing. The structure, the organization is your boat, is your aircraft. Don't destroy it. Because when the car you are traveling in tumbles, it kills the people inside it. Pray for your leaders. And dream and aspire for leadership so you can help make changes. When you obey God and you start pursuing the purpose of God for your life, every other thing gets better. Because the path of a righteous man is like a shining light that shines brighter and brighter. Because the Lord taught me to be patriotic for his kingdom, irrespective of what denomination the person is. And he taught me to be patriotic to our own country too. So listen very carefully. I'm not against you if you are part of any agitation for whatever. But when you finish, you are still an African. So we are reaching Africans. And we are reaching Nigerians. Where are you going? Go and listen to Kwame Nkrumah and see the original vision they had for Africa. It was one massive nation with states. That's all they say you call countries now, states. That's the vision of African Union. That's the original vision. We have 54 nation states. Many of them are not viable. But this time around, we're going to make them viable. But part of part of what is required is synergy between them. Somebody produced something in Accra to get it to Lagos, wahala. You come to Benin, you come to Togo, wahala. In Europe, just with a visa, one visa, EU visa, not even the passport, I go around the whole of EU. No headache. One visa, you just get German visa, French, Italian visa, whatever. I go around the whole of. You go to East Africa, you get in one of them, you can go around East Africa. Highest, it will be stamp something on arrival. You go by land, you go by anyone you like. We are supposed to be leading this thing, West Africa. I don't know how many months you will see sunlight there. We have it here in excess. And we have not learned how to use solar energy. Dr. Carlo will soon help us. All these are communities without light, crying federal government. Waiting for which federal government? You are a government. You are a government. But we are going to be on the floor of African Union and United Nations tackling African issues. There is no going back from that. And don't just jump AU and be going to UN. We have problems at the homeland. Ambassador Uche, all these flying to New York, we have problems at the homeland here. So I'm challenging you. Some of you should study and develop yourself as diplomats. Develop yourself in international relations, in policy, so you can go and represent us and get our share in EU, in UN, in World Court in Hague, in African Union, and all the other unions where they make decisions that affect us here.